Hello and welcome back to another video where today I show you how to use HitFilm Express 14. This is going to cover the bare basics, but it's a really simple and easy tutorial to use, so let's get started. First thing we're going to have to do before we can do anything is open a project. So we're going to go to New, then this is where you can change your project settings. So template, duration of what your max time will be. Once you render your video down and export it, it will only end up being the length of how many of your video, so you don't really need to worry about this part too much right now. You're not going to go over 5 hours, so just leave it as default. Change your width, your height, your frame rate, your sample rate, and press to whatever you want. Again, I'm leaving them all what they are, and then I'm just going to press OK. It now may take a couple of minutes to a second to load, depending on how good your computer is. So just going to give it a second, and there we go. The next thing we're going to have to do is import our videos. So you're going to grab your videos, you're going to then drag them into HitFilm Express. These two were, well, two free videos from which were royalty free. Links to them will be in the description because they deserve some credit for their photography. So we're going to drag our first one in to video 1. This is our first video. As you can see, it's a few surfers just surfing. Now I want to put them into slow motion. So what we're going to do to slow this video down is to right click on it, speed duration, and I want to make it to be only have a playback of 70%. So there we go, 70, okay. As you can see, this video's got longer, but it's slowing down by a bit. Something else I want to do now is to grab in our next video. If you put it next to the video, it will just cut. But you might want to put a fancy transition between them. So what we're going to do is to get video number 1 and drag it upwards to video 2, to slide then video number 2 underneath it, so it's like this. Go to effects, scroll down to transitions, transition video, pick one, so I'm going to go to wipe, and clock wipe and drag it to the top. And then here, if you want, you can just drag outwards to select how long the transition will be for. So it will be for a few seconds, so there we go. Now with our timeline, the bar at the timeline, we're going to scrub backwards, and then watch this tiny part to see how well it works. So there we go, then it goes straight into that. I now want to snip the end of this video off, so I'm going to pause it, and if you do a motion it will automatically pause the video where it is, and I'm going to drag it along to the end. I'm now going to right click, and I'm going to right click on this video, and I'm going to slice, and then I'm going to also right click on that clip, and remove. I clicked on the wrong size. If you're working with small fiddly videos, you might want to zoom in. So you're going to go Control, middle mouse wheel, and then it will look a bit bigger. So now we can click and right click and delete that. Easier. Now something else I want to do is add some text to video 1. So if we scroll up, we can see we've used our only 2 video slots. So all we're going to do is right click, insert new track, and now we have video 3. And now we can scroll through them. So we're going to go up here. You can now press T to activate text, or you can go along to A and then just type. So just click on a spot over here, and I'm going to write hello. Okay, and then you can just remove it if you don't want it. Just drag it along to video 1, and it's in video 3. So we can see it here in video 3 at the very start. But I don't want it in the center. I want it to be slightly more to the left, so we're just going to click on the select tool and drag it to the left. I also want the text to be a different color. So what we're going to do is, from our control panel over here, we're going to press the 3 lines, go to text, we're then going to click on the A and select the text, and then we can change the color. So I'm going to change the color to black. I'm going to make the font a bit bigger, and I'm going to change it. So there we go. That is how to change text. So something else we might want to do is we might want to put some color balance on this. So all we're going to do is we're going to just put color balance on 1 or effect on 1. You can just click on it, then you can go to effects, so color correction, auto color, and just drag it onto it. But if you're working with like 50 clips or 100 clips, you might not want it to do it to each and every one. So you're going to select them all by dragging your mouse along, then go to effects, and I'm going to put some auto level, and I'm just going to select, put it on one, but as we can see, it applies it to both of them. Now, the last thing we're going to have to do is export this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to press on the three lines next to export, and then you can select your default present to what you're planning to use it, and then you're going to go to along, export contents, and start. Now this will just export it into your export folder, which will be in the directory seen here, and it is normally saved to your desktop. So that is how to use the very basics of HitFilm Express. Please consider liking, subscribing, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.